getting up into badminton was more like a blessing for me because I never thought of playing badminton. So in 2017, I was coming out of a mall with my mother and my brother, and on the way to our car, I met a person and he asked me like, what has happened to your hand? I was very familiar to such questions because anybody who sees me for the very first time always asks me like, what has happened to your hand? I told it's by birth. Then he specifically told like, do you know what is para sports? For us, that word was very new. Then he specifically told about para badminton. And he told my parents that I'm very young. If I'll start up with the sport, I could do wonders. But that time, I didn't believe in that because everywhere, whenever I have tried of playing any sport in my life, whether in the playgrounds of or school, parks, in my society, everywhere, I was told to sit aside and to watch the children playing. And so it never gave me a push that I could do something in it. So I just neglected it and I didn't believe in that thing. After 7-8 months, there was a sports annual function day in my school in which handball was newly introduced in my school. I went down with my classmates for the trials for that game. My teacher called me aside from the queue and she told me, Palak, it's better for you to concentrate in studies and there are some quotas for handicapped people, with help of which, being a girl, you can get a good college and then you can get a good job in future and you can secure your future. But that moment, it was very sad for me. I felt depressed because there were not one, not two, not three, but series of episodes where every time, before trying anything, I was being pulled down. That this is not meant for me just because I don't have one arm. I just bursted out my tears and I was very sad and depressed. And out of all those negative things, I didn't know what to do, how to do. But I just had one thing in my mind. I met somebody outside the mall and he told me that I could do something in badminton. I went back to my parents. When I went back home, I told them I want to start up with badminton. They were very surprised with it. They didn't took that seriously. I kept then insisting them. Then they tried to get in touch with the person who we met outside the mall. But unfortunately, my mother lost the contact and we were not in touch anymore. We scrolled social media. We went to have more knowledge about what para sports is, what para badminton is. Then finally, with a blessing, I would say, I got reconnected to that person. And you know who that person was whom I met outside the mall? Was none other than Gaurav Khanna sir, who is our head national team head coach. The very next weekend, we made a plan to go to Lucknow, and Lucknow was 1,300 kilometers away from the city where I live. So we made a plan to go over there, and I took the decision to stay over there. And then I started up in 2018 with just learning how to hold up the grip of the racket. To where I am today is a journey that started over there. There was a lot of series of things that we started upon. There were huge targets and sir made plan by plan targets for me and I had to follow his path. I think I'm meant to play this sport and somehow I never believed in destiny, but now I have started believing in it because it has showed me another path. It has given me a new dream to live into it. And yes, here I am today.